One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Heading to the line, McCown with a 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. Shotgun here for McCown. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, McCown. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my Apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. The lake effect snow set to continue for the 2nd half of action as we are back underway. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now Wentz. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now Wentz. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Julian Edelman, 29 yards. And the Ravens are in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, They use their quickness to find a way to get over.
Come on.
Tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2. Right? So field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On third down, that's Powell. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. With safety Ed Reed there to make the play.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. John Randall, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Taken in at the 11. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now they'll run it with Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Let's go for it. What's up? Ryan Moss.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Randy Moss, 49 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Ardarius Stewart now on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. So the safety, obviously a big play, but now the offense, maybe they feel pressure to score with the defense doing something like that.
And it's good pressure because they put them in a nice spot now, having scored the points on defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Randall in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
McCown looking to throw. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. From the gun, it's McCown. So this is brought in by Pryor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a Jet first down. McCown on target to Pryor.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you. Maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball, you name it, it's difficult all the way around, but the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
McCown throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. He'll look to throw, and he can't
Get your ass down.
He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ray Lewis in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Not getting past that goal line.
So the offense,
False start.
The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start. Offense.
Yep.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Back to throw, McCown. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Clive Walford with time running out. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
To throw is McCown. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
That was
bullshit. They now
bullshit.
have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
And a good
I'm
effort
going
on
to
the
go for a
return
long
there.
bomb
Gets them across the 30
downfield.
to the 33-yard line.
Let's
So
go
they'll
for a
come
long
up first
ball.
and 10 now from the 33.
I think I'm going to go to Edelman. Edelman's got speed on all my wide receivers. Go to Edelman.
Wentz to throw. He's going to look deep for Edelman. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown.
I knew it.
And in the
I knew he'd catch
seconds,
it.
Forget overtime.
Yeah, giggity, giggity, goo.
Regulation.
Kiss my
Might be
ass.
seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The
Look at that
home
play.
run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game.
Double coverage as well, and still got past them. Oh, that was Purdy.
Walsh now for the PAT.
Ain't no tie in this game. This game is done.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3.
Damn, you got knocked the fuck
to the
out.
25-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now McCown. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete.
Good game.
So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play
Give
of
me my
this
snow,
game, they
bitches.
knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the
Give me
very
my-
end, but
give me my
they
snow.
couldn't get it done.
I want my damn snow. My snow, bitches. Put their asses wide open. Heard that shit rip. know what? The hell. The hell out of my face. Y'all ain't getting me. Y'all can't see me. Fuck with your boy. Y'all can't see me. Y'all can't see me.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the coach, and we're set to bring you coverage from Madden Ultimate Team. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap.
Eating toothpaste, really?
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Now McCown. It's caught on the left side by Curse.
You
I think
ate
the ball's
toothpaste.
out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that.
But yet you don't even brush your teeth with it.
I don't like this rule.
Is that what he was doing yesterday too?
It goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use it.
You know, maybe we may have to start putting stuff up like that, huh?
When you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time.
That
They
is
hit him
unbelievable.
and forced that
Eating
incompletion.
toothpaste.
McCown again on 2nd and 10.
Sit
And
your
they're
ass
leaving
down.
pressure too much. Down he goes. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle
Whoops.
man.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now Baltimore
Oh my
gets
God,
set
this
to
is
take
horrible
the
field
field.
range.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so he's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And now
Now
before
let's
this
take a
first
long
down
ball
play,
down.
we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds
with
to go
this.
in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, okay.
They go play action here on first
Go.
down. Going
Wide
deep
open.
here
Wide
for
open.
Edelman.
Wide open.
And
Oh,
straight
come on.
collision there, jarred the ball loose
Come
and brings
on.
up 2nd down.
You know what? Let's just go for a Hail
From the
Mary.
34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
That was bullshit. He was wide open, too.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
Damn it.
We have hit halftime. Still. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Whatever. Just
The
have to
lake
do it again.
effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a good return is Stop just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35.
Whatever.
A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught.
That's the guy I was worried about.
He doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there, taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Josh McCown of the Jet offense heading back out there. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, when you just got young slides at time, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. This is the running back, Powell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
McCown going to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Ezekiel Ansah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. So they come up on third down. So far, 2 possessions, 2 punts. Not a trend they want to continue. Wynn's going to try and throw on third. Got a man, it's caught.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Randy Moss, 29 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
McCown throwing on second. Finding room at the 30. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
It's still up above the point. That's to go for a 2-point conversion.
And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's McCown to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And now running right through it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running
Now all
room.
I'm doing is just killing time off the clock. That's all I'm
Henry
doing.
Anderson, big man from Stanford there for the stop. Time for a break.
2nd and 9.
We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Just change it up a little bit. Let's go for a post pattern.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's going deep for Brook. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Antonio Brown, 32 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give him the advantage.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Josh McCown ready to head back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. To throw is McCown. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. McCown to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. McCown. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, McCown. Brought in by Walford, right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. It's McCown again. Caught the tight end Walford. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Throwing now is McCown. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Kearse. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards.
Score a touchdown.
And it'll be a 2nd down.
I don't see that happening.
He'll look to throw. Comes off to Powell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans are holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now,
like
here's
the
first
Hail
and 10.
Mary offense going into overtime.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Son of a...
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Got to get the first touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Going deep here for Edelman. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is as a player.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete.
That's probably going to be game.
A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Complete outright to Kurz. What a methodical...